Hi everybody, it's Charlie. Teresa's behind the camera. Sunday, September 3rd. Happy holiday to everybody. Hope you're having a nice weekend. It's beautiful out here. It's going to be like a 95 in Delaware this afternoon. But Teresa and I have been doing a little bit of gardening this morning while it was cooler. And we decided we can't wait any longer. We have to see how our sweet potatoes are doing. We planted these sweet potatoes in the bags. I have to go back to one of the previous videos to see the date on that. And you can see some of the leaves are turning yellow and we got a little bit of bugs, but we want to see, just want to see, we can't wait. And now our main sweet potato patch is over there in the ground. So I'm going to see if I can pick this up. And get it in there. I don't know what we're gonna get. Maybe we're not getting anything. Maybe. Well, it's a little dry. Boy, we're wrestling with this one. It's got probably a lot of roots.
I've been watering them like crazy.
I have to take it off like a diaper.
Man, just the air comes in from the fabric on the sides. Ay.
Here's a sweet potato. Check it out. Down a little deeper than I thought it would be in the bag. This side is wet.
Like a stocking, man.
Well, this is supposed to be easier than digging them out of the ground.
Maybe that's the only one that's in there. I mean, the
come
leaves did well. I see another one.
Come on. It's into the fabric is what it is.
Well, yeah.
The roots grew, see, they kind of grew through the fabric a little bit. And that's what's fighting me, I guess. Ow.
Want my gloves?
Fingernail.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Ah! There's a little baby one. It's trying to escape the bottom of the bag.
Well, we like little ones.
Not that little.
Not that little.
Okay.
Oh, usually what we do is we turn the bag back inside. We put them in the bag. You want to do this part?
Okay. I got gloves.
And we got nippers there to cut the green off if we have to. Hi, Teresa.
My fingernails have been taking a hurting this summer. Too much digging without wearing gloves. So, there you sucker. Look at that. Why? I mean, I've been watering. I water and water and water. Stand there watering. This is terrible. Now you know, folks, if you're using grow bags, water them every day, I guess.
Yeah, over here, especially in the full sun, we water them every day.
Yep. A bunch of little ones.
Well, we know we're a little bit early, but I like the little ones. They taste better for some reason. Now, we'll still cure these, right?
I know what I'm going to do after I do this. I'm going to set the water on each of the bags and let it sit for 5 minutes. I mean, there's lots of small... Well, when they're this little, you can actually eat the skins, but these should have been much bigger. And get those other bags watered in because they're all about like that.
Well, this is our first year growing in grow bags. So that's a 10 gallon grow bag. And if you go back, you can get the video where I actually made the soil. Well, Teresa helped, of course.
Yeah, but you know, they have plenty of fertilizer in them. I think the key was the moisture because
Yeah.
sweet potatoes need a lot of water. Oh, this one's got a disease on it.
It's black.
Yeah, I'd have to look that one up. There's lots of tubers, and some of these are black too. And I'm starting to break them. All right. Oh, that's a plant. That's not.
She's throwing dirt on me.
Oh, on your, yeah. Well, it's gonna be more of the same. Good thing I planned on making spaghetti tonight. Those sweet potatoes aren't big enough to roast.
There's a nice one in there.
A lot of roots, man. Maybe the competition so close together was also a factor.
I'll say they're pretty tight in there. I mean, you got a lot of sweet potatoes in a small area.
And I don't know. Guess I'll have to try digging some of the ones up that we have in the ground to compare. And gives, you know, something to think about. It's like wrestling with a snapping turtle. I know what you're thinking. We're both thinking, oh, there's bound to be one big one in there, but I don't know.
I'm not thinking that. I think that's about small, medium. That's what you're getting.
Yeah.
Well, we learn a little bit about the moisture.
Yeah, but you're right. Holy mackerel. Look at that.
I know.
All the roots. Maybe one per pot might have been the ticket. And
Yeah.
more water.
One per pot. One.
Oh, looks like I broke a couple.
She's wrestling with it.
Yeah. Another little one. I hope the
Well, it's not a complete failure, but it's not a huge success.
I don't think even if I put more water in here that the potatoes would have any place to go.
She's getting a workout. I know I had trouble pulling it out of the bag, so.
Yeah.
You got about 15, 20 sweet potatoes. They're just on the small side.
Fingerlings.
Yeah. Is that your best one there?
Probably.
That was pretty cool because it's usually sweet potatoes would run all over the place in the ground, but that's really right under where the plant was and pretty close to the surface. Go, Teresa. Go, Teresa. Oh!
Well, trying not to break them also. That's the biggest one. They'll have to be used.
That's our trophy sweet potato, guys.
Yeah. Oh, well. You know, this is our experimental year.
It's our first year with the sweet potatoes here, so.
Yeah.
And our first time in grow bags. I'm pretty encouraged, though.
Our experimental crop for the fall is going to be rutabagas.
Rutabagas. We're going to grow rutabagas for the first time.
Yeah, because we like them.
We haven't been on filming, but we've been preparing the beds for the fall crops.
I have a lettuce bed getting prepared, cabbage, broccoli. The broccoli and cauliflower beds are still occupied by tomatoes and string beans, but not for long.
We had so many tomatoes this year. They're all late. I'm going to probably sneak over and show you. Which one is it this one here? Had all those tomatoes on it?
They all do. Yeah.
All right, so you see the sweet potatoes. Not bad of a harvest. We'll get a meal out of it.
Yeah. We'll do better next year with the, if we decide to grow them in the bag again. But I don't know.
Well, we'll decide that after we see how hard it is to dig them out of our ground. We got clay soil, and I've been amending it, but we'll see how hard it is to pull them.
And I wonder, I'm looking at this soil saying, okay, where am I going to put this soil? And I'm wondering if all these little tiny roots are going to spring up sweet potatoes
Oh my gosh, yeah.
in my lettuce bed or whatever.
You might want to let them die out. Let me show you the tomatoes. Kind of got an idea. This is the peach tree, doing pretty good. The squash, oh my gosh, we had so many squash, acorn and butternuts. But look at the way these tomatoes are just, and we've harvested hundreds of tomatoes, but they're just, and so we've been taking some off to lighten the load on the plants. And we've frozen tomatoes, and Teresa has put them in the dehydrator, and she's made dehydrated potatoes, and then she puts it in the blender, tomatoes, and then she puts them in the blender and makes this tomato powder so we can reconstitute it. But I mean, we've been so blessed this year with everything's been great. The only thing we really had trouble with was the strawberries and our blueberries. And so here you can see I've already turned all the soil and broken it up. Blueberries are over there doing excellent. And we'll go back. Somebody's messaging me. So the strawberries, I showed you this before because the bed's got overgrown. You can still see the flies in there. We're just going after everything in here. These flies are all over. So the strawberries are small now. So we took out all the runners, thinned them out, sprayed the ground, put some fertilizer down, and then put the grass mulch. We're using grass as mulch now instead of straw. Neem oil is what Teresa sprayed it with, she said. So, anyhow, that's what it looks like after we're done. But before we were done, we got this last section to do. You can just see they need a lot of attention. They were just so prolific this year. I think everybody's had that trouble. And then our sweet potato patch is there. And it's it's way overgrown. Anyhow, that's what we've been doing. Thank you for joining Teresa and I. Hope you like the sweet potato reveal. And be good till next time. Have a nice holiday.